You're watching News Channel 8, non-stop local news.
8:43 now, and each year nearly 4 million students enter their freshman year of college, but alarmingly about 30% drop out before they hit their sophomore year. Daniel Lerner is the author of the new book titled You Thrive: How to Succeed in College and Life, so it's a little something for everyone, and he is here this morning with the biggest mistakes to avoid along with his 5 steps to success. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on, and you know, this is something that even all of us adults who did go through college, we can kind of think back and think, oh yeah, maybe that mistake, or oh, I thank goodness, you know, I avoided that pitfall. Right. If you had to boil it down to maybe the biggest thing that incoming freshmen, the biggest mistake that they commit, right, or the biggest, the wrong mindset that they are in,
sure,
what would you say? You know,
I'm going to say the very biggest. I would say it's about relationships, right? So with relationships, students tend to come in and think, I need to succeed. I need to hide in the library. I just need to get it done and get the grades and make my parents happy and make sure that I'm doing really, really well and get those A's.
Right.
But we find that when we start developing relationships first, we have a much better chance of doing that. So find a group, find a club, find a team, do something, and get away from hiding yourself away.
In your cubicle.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, so you mentioned that, you know, getting involved. A lot of freshmen, you say mistake number one is that a lot of freshmen actually take on a little bit too much in their freshman year. Is this joining too many clubs, trying to, you know, be a part of too many activities?
Right. So what you really want to do is you want to pursue something that you are genuinely engaged in. It almost goes back to the why am I hiding? Because my parents want me to so well. So you want to do what you really love. What are you really interested in? Rather than saying it's all about quantity, it's really be about quality.
Right.
Take a class that you are genuinely interested in. Join a club you are genuinely interested in, because the odds are that you'll be able to spend even more time diving into something that you find engaging.
Right.
And we also know that the way that we find passions in life, and everyone wants to find a passion. You do, I do, everyone who's watching, and every student, passions aren't these thunderbolt moments where, bam, I knew exactly what I was going to major in. Passions tend to take about 3 years to develop, which is perfect for college.
Oh, that is perfect.
So, and they start like a spark. So you're like, oh, I kind of like Psych 101. Maybe I'll take another Psych class. I kind of like taking French. Maybe I'll take another French class. It's not, I kind of like it, I have to major in it.
Okay.
So when you go in, take something you're interested in, join one club you're interested in, do things that are sparks, and they might grow up to be something that are really engaging flames.
Interesting. And don't be surprised if what you thought was going to be your passion ends up not being
That's
it at
exactly
all.
right.
That's what I ran into.
Yeah, did you?
Absolutely. I thought, you know, this is exactly what I want to do, and I, you know, enrolled in all the classes for it and all the groups for it, and then realized, oh my goodness, I have no interest in this whatsoever.
And look at you now.
There we go. All right, so you were mentioning this earlier, you know, people who just bury themselves in their books and they study too hard.
Yeah.
Can you study too hard your freshman year?
You know, I don't know if you can study too hard, but you can certainly study at the expense of other things.
Okay.
And that is to say, we have students who will say, when I'm stressed out, I run to the library. When I'm stressed out, I hide under my covers with a couple pints of Ben & Jerry's.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, right? We've all been there. And what we'll say in our course is running away from friends during times of stress is like driving away from the hospital when your appendix is about to burst.
Okay.
What you need to do is go find those friends. What you need is to actually diversify.
Okay.
Because when that stress comes, you need a friend to go and say, I'm kind of stressed out. Just a little bit. And when good things happen, let's remember this, right? College is an amazing opportunity. So when good things happen, you want a friend or 2 or 5 or 10 or a group to go and say, hey, this just happened. It's fantastic. I did great on the test. I made the team. And celebrating like that with other people elevates the effect of that win, of that grade, of that success.
Awesome. Okay, and now this is something also that you've kind of also mentioned on, and that is, I guess, doing what your parents want you to do, taking classes that your parents want you to take.
Right.
What's your advice on that?
So again, it goes back to the idea of what are you genuinely interested in, and that's the huge thing. So we find often I get a lot of students who come to me and say, hey, so, you know, take me aside and say, I'm pre-med or I'm pre-law or I'm pre-business or whatever I am. I'm not really interested in it. Why are you taking it? My folks want me to take it. It's a secure route, and I get that. As a parent, I get it. You want your kid to be successful. You want them to be safe and secure. But what parents want more than anything else, I would hope, is for you to be happy.
Yeah.
Right? And so what you want to take, again, are those courses that you're looking forward to taking. That's key.
Okay, and something that I want to get in here is that a lot of freshmen don't realize that professors, they are actually there to help.
Yes, we are.
And freshmen need to know how to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, look, so when we look at indicators of success and thriving, after you've graduated. So you look at a poll of over 16,000 people who've graduated who are now thriving between 5 and 10 years after college. The #1 factor that they attribute to their college time was they had a professor who cared about them as a human being. And #2 was that they had a professor who was interested in what they were interested in. So we as instructors, we would love to help you. That's what we're there for. We're not just there to relay information.
Right.
We're there to interact with other human beings and help them in any way we can. And we get nurtured by that as well. So simply walking up, the class that we teach, we have 500 students. And I say, very first day of class every semester, if you want to get to know us, please come up and say hello, because we would love to get to know you too. And sometimes that's it, just a, hey, how you doing? A handshake. This is who I am. This is what I'm interested in. It opens up some pretty wonderful possibilities.
Awesome. And make sure you know those office hours and make friends with the TAs as well.
That's it. We're not, if you can't find us in the office, you can't make friends with us. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, where can folks get your book and what do they need to know about the course that you offer?
Oh, fantastic. So this is You Thrive, How to Succeed in College and Life. Available on Amazon, available at your local book dealer, Barnes & Noble, so on and so forth. You know, this book is based on our course. It's the science of happiness. And what we really focus on in this course is how to be your very best. My colleague and co-author, Alan Schlechter, adolescent psychiatrist. This is stress, this is anxiety, this is how to deal with it. I talk about happiness and well-being and relationships and meaning and passion and purpose. This is how you thrive. It's all in there, the exercises are in there, and we hope it'll help people thrive in school.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, pick it up for your freshmen before they head off, and best of luck to all those kids. Daniel, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Appreciate you
me.
coming in.
Thank you.